folks, welcome to a kind of a special unboxing. This isn't your regular fare of unboxings. We're not going to rifle through the box as quickly as possible. We're going to take our time and take a look at each and every one of the things that are coming in here, or at least representations of each and every one of them. This is a Song of Ice and Fire. It's coming out from CMON this year, and I've been waiting for a long time to get this copy into the studio, so I'm very happy that it has shown up. But we're going to take a look at everything that comes in this box so that you guys can have a little bit better of an idea of what you're going to get, and then we'll take care of the review and probably playthroughs and all that other kind of stuff later on down the road. But for right now, we're just going to show you what's in the box, so let's get down to the table. Stark versus Lannisters. Been waiting for this one for a long time to get here to the studio, so let's go ahead and crack this open and see what we're going to be getting. Now, we have done a lot of videos. Well, I have done a lot of videos on our channel about this game. Basically, both this year and last year, I played it at CMON Expo, and then also played it at Gen Con last year as well. So I have definitely kind of been keeping my finger on the pulse of this game, from afar. Not real close, but big box. As you can see, we got this rule book that, wow, that's a cool depiction. I guess that's the Iron Throne there, but we have, oh yeah, by the way, I'm not a huge Song of Ice and Fire or Game of Thrones fan or anything like that. I just really enjoy this game. But anyway, go through the rule book a little bit here just to show you what's in there. Different game modes, overview and pregame. Common terms, so they kind of start you off baby stepping it, then they get you into the game round, the activation phase, cleanup phase, different kinds of unit types that are out there. I like how it's illustrated. It's not cluttered with a whole bunch of stuff. It's pretty clear, a lot of arrows, a lot of illustrations, so that's cool. Different maneuverings, different kinds of actions. You can maneuver, march, retreat, attack, or charge. And all of those are probably, okay, line of sight. So, looks like a lot of good stuff in here. Different types of terrain types. Forests, corpse pile, a bog, a stake, low wall or ruined wall, hedges, weirwood tree, and palisades. Different kinds of scenarios here in the back. So, and then a little bit of a cheat sheet back here with all of the combat actions and how everything works there. Attack bonuses, orders. So, okay, cool. Alrighty, well, wow, look at that. Okay, well, we'll get there. Baby steps, right? Baby steps. Alright, what is this? Oh, okay. It's the extra orders board that you can choose during the course of the game. You have a bunch of punch-outs here. These are the different terrains: the weirwood tree, the corpse pile, forest, the bog, and these are all punching out really easily, so nothing real ground shaking here. It's pretty standard. We have some different kinds of measurements, measuring sticks, one for each side, one for Lannister and one for Stark. Okay. And other punches here. These are all coming out easily too, so we won't waste a whole lot of time there. Other kinds of terrain. Oh, look, more corpse piles. Well, that's cool. These are all pretty durable stock too. They're not, doesn't look like they're gonna be warping or anything like that. Some hedges and stakes. They are double-sided, so that's pretty cool. All right, castle walls. We have Greywind. We have House Umber Berserkers. And the Stark Outriders. Stark Snow Swords. Oh, I'm sorry, Sworn Swords. Reading these upside down is a little tricky. Then here we have House Clegane Mountains Men, Lannister's Halberdiers, Guardsmen, and a couple of cheat sheets for either side. So you have all of the different orders that you have here, the different things that could happen, go wrong. And then on the other side you have the different unit actions and the different effects that can happen during the course of the game as well. So that's cool. All right, here we have the Wolf, Grey Wind. So that's neat. Let me these Sorn swords. Looks like there's a couple of different molds for them. So we have these guys here and these guys here. And the bases are actually textured, so that will help having it not look so uniform, I guess. But a lot of good detail in these models. I like that the swords, they're a little rigid, but they are very solid as well. And so I like the fact that they aren't, you know, droopy swords or anything like that. So that's really cool. Doesn't look like they have the different kinds of molds though, but I mean stances, but definitely a couple of different molds here. So that looks pretty cool. We'll put those two guys back. And then down here, this looks like Umber himself. Look at that sword. Good night in the morning. And then the back of the model also is very detailed as well. So just a lot of really neat looking stuff here. Really neat. Here they are. Let's get these out. I need cheat sheets, people. I'm not a Game of Thrones fan. Alright, so here are the cards. Here are some of the cards, rather. Alright, we're going over Robb Stark here. And that's pretty... I like the pose a lot. On the other side, it has some of his statistics and all that good stuff as well. Let's see, who else do we have here? Great John Umber, I believe that's the guy I showed you already. Yeah, Great John. Great John. So that's cool. We have Catelyn and Sansa. Alright, so it looks like Catelyn Stark is this one right here. So that's pretty neat. Then Sansa. Right here. So a lot of neat detail, especially in that fur. It's back there. A lot of good stuff. And we got different kinds of victory point cards. Reveal this mission. These are mission cards at the start of a friendly turn. So you can score victory points by completing these different kinds of missions. So these are secret missions. And then you have Siege Defender deck, Parlay, Combat Chaos, Hold the Line, Rallying the Troops, Unexpected Reinforcements, Arrow Stock. Alright, and these look like probably, let's see. Siege attackers. Alright, so these go on the other side of the defenders. Catapult Barrage, the Long War, Starve them out, Press the Assault, Sow Discord, and Siege Equipment. Alright, so we'll keep those together. I would imagine that has something to do with one of the scenarios in the game. Then we each have the different cards that are available for each side. So the Lannisters have their deck, and then the Starks have their deck as well. Some of the different things that the Lannisters can do: Intrigue and Subterfuge, When an enemy non-combatant unit activates, he loses all abilities until the end of the round. A Lannister pays his debts. So one enemy becomes panicked and vulnerable. Hear me roar. The enemy suffers -1 to their roll and an additional -1 to each destroyed rank for each. Wow. Paid mutiny, counterplot, fealty to the crown. So for each model removed by this test, restore 1 wound to a friendly infantry unit. Wow, these are pretty nasty. Expert parry, and it looks like this is for specifically Jaime Lannister, as along with Deadly Riposte or Riposte. Kingslayer's Renown. Looks like the Mountain can only use Overrun. Orders to destroy. Okay, that's friendly. Fury of the Mountain. That seems fitting as well. So these are all the decks for Lannister. Let's look at Stark over here. Great John Umber can use this one. Berserker Tactics. The defender suffers D3 wounds. Okay. Lash Out. If this unit has 1 destroyed rank, deal that attacker D3 wounds. Wow. So after a friendly unit is attacked with melee. Last Stand. Berserker Tactics again. Lash Out. Last Stand. Okay, so they get 2 copies of each card. Tactical Regroup. The unit may make a free retreat action and restore up to D3 wounds. Okay. Superior Positioning. The enemy must roll an additional charge distance die and select the lower result. Ooh. And then Hit and Run. Looks like the unit may make a free retreat action and automatically counts as rolling a 6 for their retreat distance. Okay, cool. All right, so we saw those. And then Northern Ferocity, Dire Wolf's Fervor, Winter is Coming. Of course, that had to be in there. The North Remembers, Devastating Impact, Swift Advance, Sudden Charge, Northern Ferocity. It looks like a couple of more copies of that. All right, so that's the 2 decks for each side. Now we have more Lambus bread. Oh, that was all of the Starks. Okay. So here we have the Lannisters. And I wonder who that is. I wonder if that could possibly be the Mountain. Let's just put him next to somebody like so. And you get an idea of just how monstrous that guy is. I mean, he's as tall as the flag the guy's carrying, for crying out loud. That's just amazing. So that's really cool. And here, looks like we have, yes, I'm cheating, Cersei Lannister. So good detail. Long flowing dress. Looks really cool. That'll paint out really well too. Alright, she is a non-combatant character. Tyrion. And so he also has really neat, detail as well. Jaime Lannister is right here. So I'm going to move this out of the way maybe and you can get a better idea. So that's a pretty cool stance too. Really like these guys and the way they look. These are a couple of the, let's see, I'm gonna say assault veterans because they just look like bosses. So a couple of assault veterans, and as you can tell, again, there's no droopy sword here. They're very rigid. I guess that's going to translate to you do need to protect them a little bit better. Probably keep them in these things until you can find maybe a more efficient storage solution. But they're very nice, very nice. I like them a lot. Banner guys, so a lot of good detail there as well. And what else do we have in here? All the halberdiers. And this looks like a guard captain. So we'll show that to him. Or maybe not. It's the wrong one, you big dummy. Looks like we have some guard captains. And then some halberdiers down here. So again, the level of detail here is just really, really nice. And just looks really good. A couple of different, over in the other one, there's another pose for the halberdiers. So we'll show those to you both at the same time. They look really cool. These are the different trays. Like for example, this is the cavalry tray, which I believe are in the bottom here. So we'll get to those in just a few moments. But the cavalry tray, as you can see, well, maybe you can see there, this also has a textured top to it as well. Oops, let me set this down. This also has a textured top to it as well, which will match the models, so it will look very uniform. So I like that. Another thing I like about these is the grip hooks that are here. So if you want to, you can just pick this thing up. I mean, if your hands are big enough, I guess. Or, I mean, you could pick them up to the sides like this as well. I just really think that that's one of the cool things that I like about this. It's just a little bit of attention to detail. So that's the cavalry. And then we have the wolf. I believe this is for the dire wolf. The gray wind or something to that effect. So again, those divots here, you can just move this and twist it and all that kind of stuff. So that's cool. And then you also have just the regular rank and files boards as well. And these are also very rigid, but I think that's a good thing because they're going to be holding different kinds of units. So I think they're really nice, high quality, just magnificent. I hope you can see that really well because these guys just are they just look really, really nice. So these are great. These are great. Let me show you the other two just because. I mean, the level of detail here is just amazing. And they're sturdy too. They don't feel flimsy. They don't feel like they're gonna fall apart or break or anything like that. Although I wouldn't, go throw them against a wall or anything like that. But I think that these are very well made and they look great as well. So that's about it for what you're going to get in the core set of A Song of Ice and Fire from Cool Mini or Not, designed by Eric Lang and Michael Shinall. So hopefully this has been informative for you and it's given you a little bit of a peek inside the core box of A Song of Ice and Fire, and maybe you can make a better purchase now. Now that you know what comes in it, you'll be able to watch some other videos that we've done to see how it plays, and then you can make that informed decision. Well, we thank you for joining us. We certainly appreciate it. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side.